This video is going to go through the setups for getting through Misty blind with a teleport anywhere up. So like I did for the grotto one, I'm just going to go through the setups while being able to see, and then I'll do a run through with teleport anywhere. So I guess first off, the state that I'm going to assume you have is 3 energy is, I would consider, almost essential for this, because there's some parts where you're highly likely to die, which I safety saved just before. And I mean, you can definitely do it with 2. You only need 1 energy for a rocket dash at one point in here. But I'm assuming you have 3 energy. I'm also assuming you have 4 health, because there's some 3 health damage boosts that I take intentionally just to set things up nicer. So you'd have to come up with different setups if you are going to try to do it with 3 health. Also, I'm going to assume that you're doing the charge dash route. There's the spitter part, which we'll get to soon, is, I don't know, I could not find a setup for it at all without charge dash, but with charge dash it's relatively easy. And finally, you want to be around 200 away from leveling on this 400 level, so the way the experienced route works out to do blind Misty is if you've taken the 275 level at the core skip, which is you know, a level up at Iceless, a level up from the first Ginso mini boss, and then take 2 100 orbs after that to set it up. And then during the Ginso escape, you just take the first 200, and then you skip all of the other ones after that, because you're going to pick up a 100 early in Misty, and then you want to level up on the second 100 you pick up to get more energy for saves. So this is around where you want to be. In a run, you definitely have a little bit more experience here just from incidental drops, but as long as you're not over, you know, as long as you're not like less than 100 to level, or very close to 100 to level, it should be okay. So as you come down from Sorrow, you'll just head over here, start your teleport anywhere and go. But first we're going to go through how to get through this without having the map in the way. So first, you can neutral dash, or does this file even have dash? That would help. Give a file dash. So you can neutral dash off of here, and then either curve back to the right or just do like a quick jump, double jump to get this lantern. You don't have to do it. If you can't find the lantern, you can just like dash over, like, you know, hold feather and dash, and you'll make it across. But ideally, you jump back to the lantern to get a bash going. I'll just reload this, so you don't have to see me struggle up that slope, and we'll give it dash back. Okay. So yeah, neutral dash off, and then jump back. And you can bash this like to the top corner. I guess I can talk a bit about this. Is a few things to realize that make Misty blind possible. Is that despite the fact that the map screen is up, the camera is exactly the same as if it wasn't there. So your camera is following Ori. So in general, you can bash straight up by looking at the top of the screen. You know, you can bash at an angle, or bash flat just by setting your mouse. And presumably you could do, you know, the same thing on controller, but I don't know about doing teleport anywhere on controller. I've never tried it. And another thing to realize is that the camera shifts the longer you hold a bash, which becomes relevant in some parts. So let's see if we can get it here. It doesn't happen here because we're super zoomed out, so I'll just show it later when it's actually relevant. Okay, so you want to, you know, upwards bash there, and then just dash and glide across. You'll probably get caught on this thing, and if you do, you know, spamming dash will cause you to not move, so you can just jump over it. And then it's like a couple dashes along here, and then you want to start spamming bash so that you don't get hit by the first frog. Something like that. You could even dash one further. There's 1, 2, and then another bash. You can just aim these bashes either flat or down. You want to stay grounded. So after you bash off the second rhino, you're going to have to jump this, and then it's 3 dashes and a bash during the last dash to get off the next slime. And for this next bash, you want it to be flat, or maybe slightly up, and then you want to let the glide take you to the ground. So I'll just do the movement for this part, and then I'll go back and explain it, I think. So 3, 3, and then let the glide take you to the ground. And then it's charge jump, dash, hold left after the last one. You want to be careful on these charge jump dashes, not to do a charge dash by mistake, because you don't want to use up energy here. So after you land from the bash glide, dash, charge jump, dash, and you can even feather after the last one, and you're going to pick up this orb, and this is where we make the first safety save. So let's just do this section again. Have dash at the start of the file, so it would be neutral dash off, and then something along these lines. 2, 3, 4. Could probably do 5. Got hit. I mean, that's bad, but it doesn't matter too much. 3 dashes. Let yourself hit the ground. And you take this, and this is a good place for safety save number 1. So now getting through this part, to get a consistent position, what you're going to do is stomp and then spam bash. And that will catch a shot at the same spot. So when you stomp, you'll knock away the shot, and it's by spamming bash, you'll catch a shot as soon as possible. And what you're going to do is you're going to bash it straight down, so you're going to aim the bash straight down, so you stay grounded and don't move, and then you're going to immediately dash left, and then do a bash and then hold it for a bit so the camera straightens out about at this angle where the mouse is now, and then you're going to double jump out of that. So let's just do it. And that gets you through, and then you can just spam bash and left to get through this part. So let's do that again. Stomp to the ground to knock away any shots. You spam bash down. Let the camera straighten out. And you're just spamming bash, and that's that. One comment is, if you die, we just die, you can quickly go and just do a stomp and then immediately dash without having to wait to bash to something, because the shots get reset. You apparently can be too fast. So something like that, but I'm used to just doing the setup where there's still shots going because you just saved here. So you just bash down, dash, wait for the screen to straighten out. If you don't wait for that, often you can still make it through, but I've found when I bash too fast, I end up hitting the roof here and maybe even falling into the spikes. So I like to do that wait here on this bash. And then another thing is you kind of want to, you don't want to like glide upwards off this frog because you could get over this jump pad and that would be a disaster. So as a result, depending on how your movement goes when you can't see, you might end up here instead of over there. And the way you can tell the difference is by just tapping your soul link with the UI on it. If you're here, cannot create a soul link in your enemies, but once you're over here, like the save will start. And you don't actually want to save, but you can just tell where you are, because you don't want to hop over this jump pad and die. So let's just do this part once more. Stomp, spam bash downwards, dash, screen straighten out, spamming bash. Now we're here. I'm gonna place a debug save here because this is kind of a distinct section, but I just don't save here for energy reasons. This part is relatively easy, so when you do bashes later, it's at this angle, just a bit right of the top left corner of your screen. And what you're gonna do is charge jump, hold feather, and double jump. Once you hear the slime pop out, you're gonna do a rock dash, and then tap a little bit to the left at the top. So let's do that. Tap a little bit left here, and then you can spam bash. Once you bash, you double jump and spam bash again. And then once you bash off that guy, you dash. And then you glide and you'll hit the key. Or you'll land left of the key. Either way, works out well. Now the reason that you go left a bit at the top, I need to kill this Frankie here. Alright, let's do that and put have to debug save again. The reason you go left at the top is just for consistency. If you just let yourself fall, sometimes this bash doesn't go very well. Here it worked, but it has gone poorly in the past. And if you go too far left, the slime will despawn and then you're screwed. So you just want to go a bit left. If I go too far left, like that will happen, and then you're going to be lost. So it's just a very, very slight movement to the left after the rocket dash. There's the dash. And then after you pick up this key, so yeah, you can land here. You just start dashing to the right. If you immediately stop, then you just jump, get over the edge. Until you can't dash anymore, then jump once and dash, then do a jump and then save. So this is the next part, and this part is likely to kill you. So the movement you're gonna do is you're gonna dash out and bash. And the angle you're gonna take the bash at is a bit down from the horizontal, so around where I got the most now. And you're gonna let that bash take you downwards a little bit, and then you're gonna feather, hold left, and dash to the left. Hit this spike wall. I'll just do the movement. That's too low. But, you know, I wouldn't be able to tell if I was doing a TA. But anyways, once you hit the spike wall, you're gonna let go of feather and hold right instead of left. So let's do that. And you should fall just like that. Sometimes it doesn't work, depending on your timing of the feathering and whatnot. But this is the most consistent setup I have for this. Yeah, so that's the idea. It's just to use that damage boost there. If you don't damage boost that, then you can honestly be in for some bad times. But that's the idea. So the inputs are simple, and it's, you know, you turn around as soon as you take damage. And once you land down here, it's safe to dash once to the left. After that, I just jump like slowly and keep stomping so that the slime doesn't get me, because I'll be at 1 health. So let's go. Something like this. That's what I would do blind. Now you want a safety save here, but you actually have to be careful not to place the save in this area, because if you do and rekindle it, you'll go out of bounds, which is no good in all skills. So after you've killed the slime with stomps, get the key. You can either save by the key, or you can wait for like the sound of the forest changing and just like put a save there. And then you can just spam dash and go to the right. This part's not too bad. It's possible you can get stuck in there, but you know, if you do, just jump out. Like this part's pretty easy to get through. I like to go over and pick up this energy. You could have made less safety saves perhaps and not have to do it, but it's not that hard to get it. Just dash over, hit the crystal, stomp, wait till you can hear it, and then we just head back. You can just spam bash and go left, something like this. Now you can rekindle the save as you come back as well. So after you're past the part where you need to bash, you want to dash until you're up against this wall. And then you want to do a charge jump, just a neutral charge jump, which will take you to the edge. And then a neutral dash will take you here. And then you're probably going to get hit by this slime, which is why it's nice to get a safety save in here. But all you're going to do is you're going to do a single jump, and then you're going to dash, like air dash, and then you're just going to stomp twice to kill him. But it's likely that you'll run into it. Fortunately, the slime only does 1 damage, so it's not too big of a deal. Now, this part, you save. This is the one that's probably played most by feel. And what you're going to do is run off to the left holding feather. And when you hear the second spitter pop out, you drop a little bit and start going to the right. And then when you hear the 4th spitter pop out is when you need to drop For that fourth spitter, I kind of just time it, like listen to the third spitter disappearing, and like try to drop a little bit before I hear it, because if you don't react very quickly, you'll just run into the spike wall. So let's just go through the movement. So, first spitter, second you drop, so that's what you're going for. Not so easy when you can't see, but listen to the spitters. So that's an example of not dropping early enough, which is why I kind of try to anticipate that fourth spitter. Something like that. Like hearing I guess it's the second or third spitter shooting is your cue, really. And then you land in here, you dash over and pick this up, and then dash back and stomp to get rid of this guy. And there's our time to level up so that we have saves for the end. To get in position for this ending part, dash all the way to the right wall, then turn around, do 4 neutral dashes. And you won't be able to save, and then you just want to inch right until you can save. And then the bash angle we're going to be looking at here, you have to hold this bash for the entire duration, I've found, to make it consistent. Like, you don't release the mouse, you just let it go to the full duration and then bash. And the angle is a bit off from your bottom left corner, so around here. Now the strat is you're going to be facing left, you're going to jump and feather at dash left neutral, and then you're just going to spam bash. So, like this. And once you're caught, you wait for the bash, and then you just do a short hop to the right. You're purposefully throwing yourself down under those spikes, so you don't have to turn around twice in the spike thing in the air. So, mouse down here, holding feather, jump, dash. Hop to the right. And now, if you do this on the first try, you won't have your save won't be off cooldown yet. But nice. But if you can take an intentional death if you want, just to save here. Although this last part is very easy. All you do is hold, just bash, go left, bash flat. Once you've bashed off the frog, just charge, jump, dash, and you're in there. You can just, as long as you hear the feather pop out briefly after that dash into climb, you'll be okay to not hit these spikes. You can let go of it so you hit the ground and you can dash in. So those are the setups. You may want to, rewind and look back through them because I went through it pretty fast. But let's actually do it blind, just as some kind of poor proof that they actually do work. Hopefully. Okay. And of course, as well, this is a debug file with all the teleporters active. You wouldn't have this many teleporters on your screen when doing a run, but that's that. So we're on the thing, neutral dash. Now we're going to jump back, bash off the lantern. We're gliding across. We're either going to get stuck on the thing or we're going to land on it. Get over it. Oh yeah. Also, I forgot to mention, I'm going to purposely die here. Oh, never mind. The slime's not going to kill me. When you get past the bump sort of thing, the map will jump or ease position, so that's when you know that you're actually in Misty, although you've also heard the slime at that point, so it's pretty straightforward to figure it out. Okay, get myself dash back. Let's go back in there. So neutral dash off, jump back. Just gliding across. Jump. Charge, jump, dash. Charge, jump, dash, hold feather. Now I'm in the corner of the trees, so I can save here. Next up is the stomp part. So stomp, bash down, dash left, bash up here, and then run over to the jump pad. So bashing down, dash left, Now, I'm tapping save, and it's not giving me enemies are near, so I know I'm next to the jump pad now. So now we're in the rocket dash part. So it's charge jump up and wait for the slime, and then rocket dash, and then we're bashing up at this angle. Tap left a little bit, spam, double jump, spam bash, second bash, and then dash. We'll be over at the key. There it is. Dashing, I'm up against the wall, so jump up once, jump up again, saving here. Now we're doing the bird bash, so this is the angle we're looking for on the bird bash. And then we'll turn and dash after the bash. Lets us fall a little bit. Take damage, turn to the right. Okay, now we're at the bottom because we didn't die. So dash left, and then proceed with stomps. So slime's been killed. Got the key. Safety save after I hear this stuff. I'm spamming bash to the right. Now we're in the cutscene. Go over and get the energy. There it is. Bashing back to the left. Spam bash. Stuff will hit you. There's my soul link, so let's save. Dash to the left wall. A neutral charge jump up. Left dash. Jump, dash. Stomp twice. Slime's dead. Save. Now we're in the spitter part, so I won't talk just so you can hear the spitters here. And we're in there. There's the experience. I jumped over it, I think. Looking to kill the slime. There, I stomped him. So that's that. Now, left or right wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now holding save, tapping to the right. There's the save. So I tapped left, so I'm facing left. Here's the bash angle. My mouse here for the last one. So holding feather, jump, dash, spam bash. Jump to the right. I'm at the bottom. And then we just bash left off stuff. It's easy. Charge jump, dash. Let myself drop. And there you are at climb. Hit your teleport. I didn't click the teleport to Glades. That's where you would teleport in all skills, because you'll get light grenade next. I just teleported back here. But that's that. So best of luck with your teleport anywheres. This does require a fair amount of practice, but eventually you can get this consistent if you want. Peace.